Hey, good morning, y'all. It's Twan, the counselor, again, coming back at you with a very brief video. Just reaching out before I get, I'm a little crooked. Reaching out before I get started with my day. There was something that came to mind that I thought would be super important to just remind folks of. Now, this is not new information, but this is just a helpful reminder about something that really goes way, way back. I can remember as early as I can remember the adults in my life saying something to the effect of, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all, right? And that really speaks to I think a really key part of healing and wholeness and mental and emotional wellness. I think sometimes we do forget just how much power words have. And to give you an idea of that, I would say that probably the vast majority of my work as a counselor is helping people to heal from words, helping people to heal from things that were said to them, things that were said about them, and things that they started to believe as a result of the things that were said about them, and also things that they repeatedly say to themselves. Words become real things. And so, a lot of what we do in the therapy room is helping the person to undo all of the damage that those words, either words repeated to the self or words spoken over a person, has caused. Those words take on a life of their own. You have to be so careful, especially those of you who are parents or who are involved in the lives of children. You have to be so mindful of the things that you say over your children because they believe them. You repeat it over and over again and they believe them. Oh, you're just like your daddy. Well, hopefully that's a good thing. But if it's not, then you have just essentially planted the seed that whatever that bad trait is that you're trying to highlight becomes a part of that child's personality. And so same thing with adults. We learn things, we hear things about ourselves, and it gets so deeply ingrained that we really believe it, and it takes a lot of work to undo. And so when you think about your words to other people, think about how when you hear an inspirational or motivational speech, how there may be something in there that really just connects with you, and it kind of gets in there. I call it like a brain weasel. It gets in there like a brain weasel, and you can't stop thinking about it. I mean, it's in your mind all day. You're like, oh my God, this really powerful thing that this person spoke. I just can't stop thinking about it. It is so nourishing to my soul. In the same way, when someone speaks something negative over your life, even if you know initially that it's not true, even if you know it not to be true, it has that same effect. It lingers, and then you start to question, well, am I like that? Did I really do that? Am I really that type of person? And you could imagine what it does for that person throughout the day. So I want you to, in your interactions with people, be considerate of the long-lasting impacts, potentially, of your words. Your words will outlive you in this world. When we talk about legacy and what we leave behind, Maya Angelou talked about that people will seldom remember the things you did, but they will always remember the way you made them feel. And we do that not just through actions, although sometimes, yes, we are healing from the actions of other people, but for the most part, it's through the words that you speak, the way you speak to people. And as the Black community, we are going through enough right now. We could really do without just being mean to one another. We could really do without speaking those word curses over one another. I'm not saying that everyone needs to like one another, because you know what? I know that I'm an acquired taste, and I know that everyone doesn't like me. but it takes nothing away from me to be kind to other people. And it also takes nothing away from me to just shut my mouth if I have nothing nice to say. Because the alternative is that I say something that's hurtful, and that I potentially ruin that person's day, that person's week. You know, another good way to sum this up is, like Tabitha Brown says, you try and have a good day, but even if you can't, don't go messing up nobody else's with your words. Now, I'm quoting Tabitha Brown on that, but that's real. So just be mindful that words become things. Light and love always.